On the 14th of February 2014, the Central Bank of Nigeria, through the Bankers Committee, in collaboration with all banks in Nigeria, launched a $50 million centralized biometric identification system for the banking industry tagged Bank Verification Number (BVN). The BVN gives a unique identity that can be verified across the Nigerian banking industry, while bank customers are protected from unauthorized access. Nigerians saw this move by the CBN as another important step that will not only strengthen the security of banking transactions in the country, but also ensure that fraudulent transactions are minimized, if not totally eliminated. The system works by recording the physical features which are unique to individuals, such as the fingerprints and facial photographs. Once a person's biometric has been recorded and a BVN issued, the account would be accessed through the BVN. The system also allows multiple account holders to be covered with a single registration in any of the banks where they have accounts.
The need for us to catch up with other parts of the world in banking business, in banking professionalism. Hence, we have to move along by making sure that transactions are done online. And to do online banking, for God's sake, we have to be technologically advanced. So that's what led to asking everybody that has any account in any bank to have bank verification number, which is biometrics.
However, more than 3 years after the introduction of the BVN, the central bank announced that about 46 million accounts are not yet linked to the BVN.
The BVN is an identification. You have a BVN number, it goes to all other bank. You can't have any hidden accounts. There are time lag that once you are unable to comply, the bank will not allow you to your account. You cannot withdraw from this account.
It is in line with this that the federal government secured an interim forfeiture order from the Federal High Court, which would now allow it to freeze the accounts of bank customers who have no bank verification number. The order gave the federal government a nod to instruct banks to disclose any investment made with the funds and to freeze any outward movement from those accounts. The court order also mandated the CBN to appoint an examiner to look into the books of any commercial bank that fails to comply. The situation has sent fears across the banking industry. Analysts are of the view that the likely effect of forfeiture of funding accounts without the BVN could be catastrophic for banks and their staff should government enforce the court order. A financial expert, Mr. Kolawole Obashekori, believed that most banks must have loaned out the funds to their customers, while some may have invested such in long-term projects.
The money are not just there to be looking or to warehouse. This money will be given to customers that they have the business, they have something to do, they don't have money. This money are being, used by way of loan to the customers.
Another financial expert, Mr. Yinka Anjus, maintained that it is important for banks to comply with the CBN directive, as non-compliance could be tantamount to circumventing the rules of the Apex Bank.
If you know you have such an issue, first follow the rule, follow the law, then make a counterclaim that although we have moved in line, in tune with the directive, but we have some issues that loan has been taken. In order not to run the bank aground, they will not make a list of and present them, because the bottom line is that the federal government wants to fight corruption and corruption wants to fight back. It should not be fought back through banking.
Speaking on whether the CBN's move to freeze accounts not linked to the BVN could be an abuse of the rights to privacy of Nigerians, a legal practitioner, Mr. Bukola Onifade, stated that inasmuch as the Apex Bank has obtained a court order, it has the right to freeze any account that goes contrary to its rules and regulations.
The federal government is trying to prevent fraud, and they want to go into some people's privacy by verifying in respect of the BVN. Before they can do that, they must first of all get a court order before they can't. So they can't just go without a court order. If they do that without court order, it's better.
The question on the lips of many Nigerians is, will the federal government finally enforce the court order? Only time will tell. Oluchi Amuda for Dateline.